Imagine unlocking 5 powerful English idioms that were born from machines, railways, and the unstoppable force of human progress. These expressions come from real-life engineering, travel, and problem-solving. And today, we're going to explore how they were created, what they mean, and how you can use them to sound naturally fluent. Let's dive right in. The first idiom, grease the wheels, meaning to make a process run smoother, faster, or without resistance, often by helping, motivating, or persuading someone. Origin: this idiom comes straight from the early industrial age. Machines were made of heavy metal gears that needed constant lubrication to keep moving. Workers used thick grease or oil to stop the gears from grinding, overheating, or breaking apart. Without grease, even the most powerful machine would jam instantly. Over time, people realized the same idea applied to human systems, business deals, negotiations, teamwork. Just like machines needed lubrication, so did social interactions. A small effort or helpful gesture could grease the wheels and make everything run smoother. Examples and context: a friendly email from the manager helped grease the wheels of the project. Offering support can grease the wheels when a team is struggling. A quick phone call greased the wheels and sped up the approval process. If greasing the wheels helps everything run smoothly. Our next idiom describes the moment when momentum becomes unstoppable. The second idiom, full steam ahead, meaning to move forward with maximum energy, confidence, and determination. Origin: this phrase was born during the golden era of steam engines. When train engineers opened the steam valve completely, the engine would roar with power and reach maximum speed. Full steam ahead was a command used by ship captains as well. It meant pushing the vessel forward with everything the engine had. It symbolized commitment, risk, and an unstoppable push toward a destination. Eventually, it shifted from a literal engineering command to a metaphor for ambition and determination in everyday life. Examples and context: after months of planning, the team went full steam ahead with the product launch, as she decided to study English full steam ahead before her exam. With the new budget approved, the company moved full steam ahead on expansion. But as powerful as momentum can be, sometimes life suddenly slides in the wrong direction. The third idiom, jump the tracks, meaning to suddenly change direction, lose control, or deviate from the expected path. Origin: this idiom comes from railway history. When a train jumped the tracks, it derailed, often causing chaos, danger, and total loss of direction. Trains are designed to follow a strict path, and leaving the rails usually means disaster. People soon used the phrase metaphorically. A plan, a conversation, or a person could jump the tracks when it shifted into confusion or went out of control. The imagery was so powerful that the expression spread quickly across English-speaking cultures. Examples and context: the meeting jumped the tracks when everyone started arguing. His life jumped the tracks after he quit his job with no backup plan. The project jumped the tracks when deadlines were ignored. And when things go off track, the next step is obvious: fix the problems one by one. The fourth idiom, iron out the wrinkles, meaning to solve small problems, remove imperfections, or smooth out difficulties. Origin: this idiom comes from everyday domestic life. Before modern fabrics, clothes would wrinkle easily, and ironing was essential for looking presentable. The process, slow, careful, deliberate, became a perfect metaphor for solving minor issues. Just as an iron smooths fabric, patience and adjustments smooth situations. The phrase soon appeared in business, politics, and personal conversations to describe cleaning up final details before a big moment. Examples and context: we need to iron out the wrinkles in our presentation before tomorrow. The software works, but the developers are still ironing out the wrinkles. They ironed out the wrinkles in their agreement and finally signed the deal. And once all those wrinkles are smoothed, you know you're heading in the right direction. The fifth idiom, on the right track, meaning going in the correct direction or making good progress. Origin: another idiom from the world of railroads. On the right track originally referred to trains following the proper rail line toward their correct destination. A train on the wrong track could end up hundreds of miles away from where it was supposed to go. Because this idea was so clear and universal, people began using it in conversation. If someone was improving, learning, or making progress, they were on the right track. If not, well, That meant switching rails fast. Examples and context. Your English is improving. You're definitely on the right track. The company is finally on the right track after years of losses. Keep practicing daily, and you'll stay on the right track. These 5 idioms come from engines, machines, and railroads. But today, they help us talk about momentum, problems, solutions, and progress. Which idiom was your favorite? Tell me in the comments. I read every single one.